Welcome back to another exciting installment of our business analysis case study series. And today we are delving into our second case study to sharpen our analytical skills and uncover actionable insights. As you know, in this series, we are not just talking theory, we are rolling up our sleeves and applying real-world business analysis techniques to tackle complex challenges. Our second case study presents a unique set of challenges and opportunities, offering us the chance to explore different analytical frameworks, identify key performance indicators, and unlock strategic insights. Before we jump into the case, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more case studies, tutorials, and actionable insights to advance your career in business analysis. Let's make the journey together. Alright, it's time to roll up our sleeves and tackle this case head-on. But first, don't forget to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. In this video, we are going to be looking at Pig Blanket Company. Pause the video, read the questions, assume that you are a consultant business analyst paid to analyze the company's costs, revenue, and its profits. So I will advise you pause the video and read through the case study so you can follow through easily as we tackle the problem. So let's go through the case study so that we can pick out the given data from the case study. So let's read. The Pig Blanket Company sells knitted blankets. The company is planning to print a catalog of its product and undertake a direct mail campaign. The cost of printing the catalog is 18,000. So we have a fixed cost for printing 18,000, then plus 12 cents per catalog. That is a variable cost. So let's pick our variable cost. 12 cents per catalog. The cost of mailing each catalog is 15 cents. So mailing. In addition, the company plans to include a direct mail reply envelope in its mailing and incurs a 20 cents in extra cost for direct mail envelope used by the respondent. So reply envelope 20 cents, that's per order. Okay. The average size of customer order is $40. That is a revenue order. Average order is $40. And the company variable cost per order, that's for labor and material, is another variable cost, is 75% of the average order value, equals to 0.75 minus this. Then the company plans to mail 100,000 envelopes. So let's drag this down. So let's move on. The company plans to mail 100,000 catalogs. So catalog order 100,000. The company wants us to develop a spreadsheet to model to answer the following question. One of the first questions is, how does a change in the response rate affect? So the other thing we need is response rate. So let's give it an arbitrary value, maybe 5%. So let's color this. So this is what we'll be changing to know how it affects the profit and loss of the company. So let's get all the others data complete. So this is fixed cost. We only have one fixed cost. Then for the variable cost, let's do the total. This is cost per catalog and this are cost per order. Okay, so if the response rate is this, let's know our total order. Total order will be equals to the response rate times your catalog. So let me copy out the formula. So to calculate our total variable cost now, we are going to multiply the addition. You can multiply this by number of catalog order, then these two by your total order. This should be 20 cents. That's correct now. So we have these two, this plus this times multiply by, so the addition of these two multiply by this should give you a total variable cost. So these are total variable costs. So let me move my revenue down here. If this is the average order, our revenue should be this by this. So this should be our revenue. So Let me move this down a little so we can have space for total cost. So our total cost will be this. So if we have this, the profit or loss will always be revenue minus the total cost. The response rate we have here is just a dummy variable which can be changed, and you will notice that the profit or loss will change. All other values are constant and are not expected to be changed. So at 5% is in $4 profit, and at 4% response rate, we are having a loss of $5,800. So let's copy out our formulas. Let's see all our formulas. So now we have seen how the response rate affects the profit or loss. So we'll solve the first question. Then the second question is, at what response rate does the company break even? So this is part of the main thing I want you to learn today. So how do we know at what point does the company break even? The point at which the response rate at which the company breaks even. If we said we should be changing it one by one, let's say we put 4.5, that will be a tedious work. So let's make this to appear in decimal so that we can see it clearly. So there is a tool in Excel that makes this job very easy. So let's go to our data tab. We go to what if analysis, and you see what we call a go seek. But before you click on your go seek, make sure you click on the value of the profit and loss. The point at which the company break even is where the company does not make a profit or make any loss. So where the profit or loss is equals to 0. So let's click on that. Then we'll click on our what if analysis. Let's go to go seek. So the set value is your profit or loss. What do you want to set the value to? We want to set it to 0. Where do we want to change? We want to change our response. We want to change our response rates. So let's click this. Okay. You can see it's saying at 4.9% we have a profit or loss of 0. That's where the company breaks even. So this is a tool that is very, very versatile. You can use it for a one-point analysis and you get the value you want. Now that you have solved the second question, if you return your percentage value to any value you want, it will still give you whatever the profit rate is. So let's move to the third question. The third question is create a chart to compare the profit with response rate. So let's create a chart. So let's move this question to one side. Let's create a chart. Your response rates and our profits. So the response rate should be between 3% and 10%. 3%. So let me change this to percentage. So let's make it 3%. 3.5. So let me drag this down till we have 10%. So to create the chart, I want to first create a table to do the calculation between the response rate and the table. And this can be done very easily using our data table. We will see this under what if analysis. So this is the response rate. To calculate the profit, what we just need to do is you input the profit value that you have already calculated here. So we'll create an empty cell up this our data. This cell will be used for calculation by your data table. So this is the profit. So this cell will be used in calculation by our data table. So we'll select the whole of this cell. We are doing a one-way data table here. When you select it, including the cell that contains where your formula is, the profit and loss formula is. So we'll go to data, go to our what if analysis and click on data table. Here we are not doing row inputs because we are calculating for this column. So we are doing a column input. And what will be the value we are inputting in our column? Is this our response rate? Is this our response rate? And when you click OK, you will see that the calculation for our response rate is made. And when you check that of 5%, 5% is $4,000. So let's make this to be in currency format. So now you can create a chart showing the response rate against the profits. So you can see how easy it is to create the data for the profit with our data table. Just need to plug in. Make sure you remember to put in this first value that you have calculated for the reference for your data table to be able to calculate all this. And when you look at it, for the 5% here is the same value as what we calculated here for 5%. If I change this to 6%, you will see it's the same value that you have for 6% here and at the top here. So let's now plot our chart. Let's select this, go to our insert tab, and you can pick, if you have any particular chart in your mind, you can pick one of them. But I will be checking on recommended chart and I'll be picking the first value. So you can see the recommended chart. So you can label your chart just response rate versus profit. Make the chart look nice as you want, so you can use it for your presentation. So you can see that we've been able to create a chart without spending time calculating each of these using our data table analysis. The last question here is, if the company estimates a response rate of 3.5%, should it proceed with the mailing process? That's the question. And when you look at what we have here, a 3.5% will give you a loss of $10,700. So it's a very straightforward answer. You cannot go for such kind of activities when you'll be running at loss. So for a 3.5% response rate, you will advise the company not to go for such kind of business activities. Now all you need to do is to make your chart and your presentation come out very readable. Make it very presentable to your clients so that they can see what you are trying to show up to them and what you are presenting to them, and be able to read something out of it. And if you look at our chart, I have changed the negative value to orange and the positive value to green value. So your loss is now in orange while your profit is now in green bars. This is a good example of a business analysis where we've learned how to use our goal seek and data one-way data table. If you enjoyed the video and you want to continue to enhance your analytical skill, be sure to check out the rest of our business case study series. We've got more exciting case study and tutorials and tips up for you. You can check all on our YouTube channel. Go to our business analysis playlist to check up for more. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay updated on the latest content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. If you have any question, insight or suggestion for future business case study, we would love to hear from you. Drop us a comment below and join the conversation. I want to say a big thank you for your continued support. We are grateful as you are part of this community. Until next time, keep analyzing, keep learning, and keep thriving. Take care. See you in the next video.